listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast, a show by personal trainers for personal trainers. It's time to become a better trainer, get more clients, and change more lives.
Awesome. Well, once again, welcome. We are here to assist you guys with kind of looking into the virtual personal training realm. You know, what does this kind of look like? What are the options out there to help others? Obviously, we want to try to help as many people as possible, and we can help a lot of people in person, but we can help even more and potentially exponentially more online. And that's really what this webinar is about, is helping you to take that first step into online training. What is it? Why should you be doing it? And really help you kind of get started. So, when we think of what's been happening over the last 12 to 15 years, it really is the internet has become a place in which more and more people turn to take advantage of services. And we know that there are lots of different options online to participate in health and fitness. And what personal trainers can do is really utilize the internet to take part in that, because customers are trusting more and more, or trusting the internet more and more to participate in potential services, like all types of services. I mean, anything you can think of as far as a service goes that is, we'll say, person-based, you can pretty much do online now. And this is where a huge opportunity comes for personal trainers. There are probably, 10, or we'll say most of the population of personal trainers only train in person. And a lot of personal trainers are starting to move online ever since COVID, but now that's even kind of, a lot of people stopped because it really hasn't been as necessary of late. But really what, like I mentioned earlier, it's about helping as many people as possible. And this is really where we're going to have our biggest impact. So really, when we think about this advances in technology, that's really where we are going to find a lot of success in helping people online. So there are, so many options that we're going to go through of how you can train people online. And what our goal for today is to really assist you in picking something that gets you excited about helping people online. How many hours do you want to put in at work? Do you want to work and crush a 40-hour work week in person and online? Do you want to maybe work 10 to 20 hours online but have a full-time business? There's a lot of different options that allow you to have, we'll say, freedom personally, or personal freedom, as well as financial freedom relating to online training. So there's a big opportunity right now for you to take that first step and find out what works best for you. And that's really what we're here to do. So just to kind of retouch on, what exactly is online personal training? And really, an online personal trainer is someone who's going to enhance the health of others through internet-based and or technological mediums. This is a direct definition that allows us to understand, what we are trying to do is improve the health of others. And the way that we do that can be through online mediums. And when we think of online mediums, there are literally thousands and thousands of ways to connect with people online. And we're going to kind of go through the way that you put together your services, but you can connect with people in any way that you want. So really, like mentioned earlier, e-commerce, e-services is where a ton of economic growth is coming from. And, this is really where personal trainers have the chance to gain, we'll say, their freedoms, like personal freedom, as well as financial freedom, by becoming an entrepreneur. So when we think about this is something that we highly encourage at Fitness Mentors with a lot of our students is, we want you to get comfortable in training people, but then we want you to go out there and create something that is yours. And that's really what entrepreneurship is about, is putting together the way that you feel you can best help, we'll say, others, and then creating a business around that. So many trainers are so talented, but stick to just the simple plan of training at a major gym chain, because it's comfortable and easy, even though the hours can sometimes be tough. But really, when it comes down to personal growth and financial growth, there's a lot of opportunity in you starting and taking that first step into entrepreneurship. So Fitness Mentors, that we are your one-stop shop for anything fitness entrepreneur. That is something that we really hold close to our hearts because we feel like that's where you can impact the most people. Yes, impacting 20 to 30 clients a year in person is an amazing, awesome thing. But impacting more people because you're utilizing technology is something that can only enhance your impact. So basically, you can really provide a great starting point to someone else's journey into that health through online training as well. So let's actually, before we get started here, I just want to remind you guys that at any point that you have a question, I want you to go ahead and type it into the chat, and we'll be sure to answer these during the presentation as well as at the end. So any question you have, would love to hear it. We're really here to help you, and that's something that we really hold as a sort of pillar of what we do here at Fitness Mentors. And on top of that, we are looking to help you. So I want to invite you guys to join a place where we help all of our students and all of our trainers on a daily basis. This is basically going to be our forum, which we use Discord to host it. And we have trainers in there communicating every day, asking questions about specific topics. So Samantha, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and in the chat right now, post the Discord link for everyone to join. So everyone who is here right now, I want you to click that Discord link in the chat. It takes like 2 seconds to just type in your email and join our Discord. Say hi in there. And there's so many unique topics in there that you can ask questions on, get advice from other trainers who are successful. Our whole coaching staff is in there as well, always helping personal trainers. You'll see Pat in there too, always pumping people up, getting people motivated. He's Kaizen coach in there, always providing a ton of great insight as he's almost 4 decades into his career in this industry. So join that right now, but let's go ahead and continue. For those of you that are listening to the recording, I'll go ahead and throw that link in the show notes just below this video as well. All right.
There's one point that you made there, Eddie, that I just wanted to hammer in, if you don't mind.
Of course.
And it was a really good point, and it's something that I find is a really common misconception from existing trainers who are wanting to expand their services online, or people who are just from the outside thinking, how do I do this online training thing? It's helpful as a fitness professional to see it as simply a different environment to deliver your services. I speak with a lot of people who think, I'm a really good personal trainer, I want to shift online, and now I have no clue what I'm doing. And something that I often remind them of is, you're still an expert in your craft. And so delivering your services online, you don't have to make up entirely new, foundations of anatomy and program design and how you communicate with your clients. All the principles of in-person training really do correlate to online training. And so you probably think that you know more, or you probably know more than you think you do at this point about how to deliver your services if you are an expert, or if you know how to program for someone in person. There's simply differences in the online environment. For instance, and we can dive in here, the online space is much more proactive than the in-person space. You can react to something in the in-person space, where if someone is squatting or whatever it may be, you can say, that's not working, or something's going wrong here. Let's fix that. And let's try it again and see if that works. In the online space, you don't have that luxury. And so you do have to just keep that in the back of your mind. You don't have to necessarily change what you know, but you have to think, okay, this person sits a lot, so maybe they have tight hips. So then I'm going to put that in their programming before they even see it, or before they even start it, because I'm not there with them. So I find that people see it as just a completely different beast, which in some instances that it is, but it's really just another delivery system of your expertise. So I just wanted to hammer in that point that you made there, Eddie, because it's a pretty common mentality.
Awesome. Yeah, no, and I totally agree relating to the proactive versus reactive. I think that's something super important to highlight there, because it is, you do have to make some assumptions with the programming, and you may not be able to see the person doing the exact workout. So you have to understand that the feedback and communication for what you're actually doing, or how they're feeling and working through each program is going to be super, super important for you to gain as well. And we do a ton of other webinars, and one of them really hammers home the fact that how do you actually run successful online personal training? And it's so much of it, I'd say 80 to 90% of it is straight communication, the feedback, and just gaining all that, and really just making sure that you're always taking that step to connect with them, communicate with them, and ensure that what they're doing is leading them to their goals, for sure.
Totally. And just to answer your question really quick, Andre, it's really helpful to demonstrate form for clients for sure, whether that's via you or via a trusted source that is fine at the start. Ideally, if you're building a full online business that's really centered around you as the trainer, as the primary service offerings, your demonstrations would be you in the videos. But there's a lot of trusted sources out there for YouTube libraries that is totally fine to send to at the start, because it's quite a big task to build your own. But I'd say that's an ideal place to be, but it's not a necessity at the start that it's you, but it is a necessity that you demonstrate the form in some capacity when you send the program.
Awesome. Yeah. And this actually brings us right into, what and how, or what services can you offer, and how can you offer these services via or online? Because there's 6 specific different types of online training that we encourage for our trainers here at Fitness Mentors. And really, when you think about it, this is you can train in many different ways. A lot of people think of online training as, hey, here's a program. I'm going to follow up with you, every other day or once a week. We'll talk about it, and then you just go through that program. That is only one way to train online. So what we're going to get into right now is the 6 different types of online training. So the first one we're going to go over is going to be private, personalized online training. And I will say that Alex has the most experience with teaching trainers how to run this aspect. Alex was he ran and helped create the Online Trainer Academy. And this is the specific, we'll say, type of training that they really focused on. But I'm actually going to let Alex go unleash on this one, but I'll just kind of go over the basics of it. What is this type of online training? It's going to be, this trainer is going to perform all the tasks of a normal personal trainer, but does not work with the client in person. So through specific, maybe software, phone, email, text messaging, shared drives, this trainer is really going to provide all the tools of programming they need to achieve the fitness goal. And the client follows along without the trainer present. So this trainer specifically is going to utilize accountability and tracking resources to ensure client success and retention. Alex, tell us a little bit about this private personalized online training and what you've seen.
Yeah. So this is, when I say you can really translate your expertise to the online space, this is the core of what I mean. And so a lot of the things that you do in person with a client, you program for them, you keep them accountable, you motivate them, you are tracking their results, you're adjusting their program, you're communicating with them. All of that happens online as well. And it's a matter of what tools do I need in order to replicate the delivery of that. So this is most often the smoothest kind of transition from working with a client in person to working online, and kind of the first step in expanding services. There's a lot of pieces of software out there like Trainerize or PT Distinction, which is kind of a full-blown in-house program delivery management tool. They're great tools. You can often do a free trial of them and see if you like it. For many of my past students, using Google Sheets and really communicating via text or via email or whatever it may be has really sufficed. And so a pretty common initial kind of first misstep is thinking, okay, I need to make this thing freaking complicated, or like, I don't know if I need to use Google Sheets because it's not professional and blah, blah, blah. But you can make use of a lot of free and simple tools to deliver these things. And you don't have to introduce all these new things. And you also want to think about, what are they using already? If you introduce a new piece of software in their world, just keep in mind the added potential barrier for them to have to learn a new system or download an app or whatever it may be. So it's usually the smoothest transition, and there's a lot of different tools out there, but you don't have to overcomplicate it at the start. And it's really helpful too to understand, what are the services that I offer, and what do I need? Because then when you're going to search for a piece of software like a Trainerize or like Google Sheets or some other kind of tool, you can think, okay, does it check these 3 boxes that I needed to check for what I'm delivering? That's really going to help your search when it comes to building out this side of your business, because there's so many tools out there and they're all good. And so if you go into it thinking, okay, what's the best delivery tool? it's going to be a very frustrating search for you because they're all good and they all have very similar functionalities with slightly different bells and whistles. So if you go into this thinking, okay, here's what I need my delivery tool to do. I need to communicate with clients regularly. I need to be able to see when they completed a workout. I need to be able to freely update their program and have them see the updates. Then when you're going to search for, okay, what technology does these things, your search is way more guided, as opposed to just thinking, all right, I want to do online training. What tools exist? Let's start searching. This is when people are like, I don't know what the heck to do because there's so much info out there.
Yeah. I mean, and just bringing up the transition factor from we'll say in-person to online. One thing that I found helps a lot of trainers going from in-person to online is how are you currently tracking your workouts in person? And if you are using Google Sheets to track those workouts in person, sharing that with your clients and updating that sheet for them to see after every single in-person workout shows them exactly what they need to be doing if they were to do a workout on their own. And that's literally the first little transition piece to online training is just having a solid way to track what you recommend to them and then what they're doing based on that.
Which, by the way, maybe even a step between that, a hybrid option is totally viable too. I mean,
yeah, and that's actually we're gonna get right into that on number 4 here. But yeah,
perfect.
Exactly. So before we jump into the hybrid, we're going to talk quickly about the non-personalized PDF fitness programs. So this one is very popular because it provides you a lot of upfront work, but then a lot of potential to assist a lot of people without requiring a ton of your hours on a weekly basis. So non-personalized PDF fitness program is basically non-personalized. So it's not directly custom for them based on their, we'll say, direct assessments in that sense. But it is for achieving a specific goal relative to your niche population. So if you want to attract moms, you can have a program for moms that helps them lose the baby weight in 3 months, something just simple. That is a PDF fitness program that they just follow along. So by creating a pre-made programs that are geared towards the goals of the trainer's target population, this service allows trainers to sell a program and provide it via download or access to a specific website, but there's typically zero client interaction. So like I said, a lot of upfront work to create the perfect program for your niche population. This can be a 6-week program. This could be an 8-week program. It could be a 12-week program. It could be a year-long program. However long you want this to be, it can be. The one thing that you want to make sure is that it is, we'll say, created in a way that looks professional and is able to be delivered via a download or via email, things like that. So this one is really, really exciting because you get to put all of your past experience about helping a specific population achieve a specific goal, and then put that all onto a piece of paper to help, we'll say 10 or hundreds, if not thousands of people without a ton of time commitment. Alex, talk to me about your experience with this.
Yeah, no, that's it. I the only two things I had in my head were it's often a good way for somebody to kind of it's a first step in your services oftentimes. So if someone's not ready for full coaching or whatever, having kind of a standalone product that doesn't require your ongoing effort can be valuable. And the other piece is totally a viable option. Just be sure that the people who are buying this know what they're getting. You don't want to sell this for $30 or whatever it may be. And these often are not priced very expensive because it's a one-off program. But be sure that people know, hey, this is a one-off program that if you just need guidance and structure and you just need someone to tell you what to do, but you don't really want to talk to me, but you don't really want, the full-blown coaching, perfect. I have this option for you. It doesn't include any contact with me. So as long as you're setting expectations appropriately and thinking about who might utilize this, versus who might actually buy my full-blown services, it's a helpful lens to look through in terms of like, what problem is this solving? This is for the person who just needs the guidance and doesn't really want the full-blown service. So as long as you set expectations right, it's a really viable option.
I love that. Yeah. And guys, also with all of these are things that can be worked on simultaneously. So if you are currently training in person, you can slowly start to work on maybe your online training business that might be private personalized. And then if you're kind of mixing in both, maybe you want to add a personal or a private non-personalized product like a PDF fitness program. All of these can be done, and is honestly, it could even be looked at as a roadmap for how you build your business and scale to make more money, maybe work less hours, whatever your specific career goal is. So let's go ahead and jump on to the next one, if it lets me. There we go. In which we're going to be talking about now the same thing as a non-personalized PDF fitness program, but you record yourself doing it. So it is a non-personalized video fitness program. So this is your typical P90X, maybe something from Beachbody, your Kickfire. Alex, name some fun ones that you've heard of.
Those are the ones that popped to my mind. Yeah, P90X. Insanity was that one.
Insanity, that was the next one. P90X, just
something like that. Yeah,
awesome. So what's great about this is that you have the opportunity to do that as well. And while it might not be flashy and a high production quality like a Beachbody, you are absolutely able to be a personality that is in front of the camera, helping people achieve their health and fitness goals through a pre-made video fitness program. So creating a pre-made workout program geared towards these specific goals of a target population, using primarily videos is what you're kind of talking about here. So it's, like I said, very similar to the PDF program, and you're going to provide immediate access to a workout video library or a program in which you're actually in front of the camera demonstrating everything and taking them through the workout, but they just watch it on demand whenever they would like. And yeah, it's basically, but there's typically with this, once again, less client interaction or zero client interaction because it's delivered to their inbox. They just follow along, not a lot of assistance with it. You can offer assistance with all of these packages, but it really depends on how you want to build your own business. And then, so yeah, that one's pretty simple. Just you're building a PDF and, or you're building it via video, or you can even have elements of the PDF that you click a link and it leads to a video. There's some stuff that you can integrate there too, but the more, we'll say, personality that you have, the more in front of a video you might do you well in that sense. So if you like being in front of the camera and have an outgoing personality that hypes people up, great motivator in that sense, definitely look at that as a potential option for sure.
And it's also great to put, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, it's also great to put your personality into the done for you program, even if there's no videos as well. Just little glimmers of who you are is always great. Yeah.
And that's actually one thing I learned from Alex past program, is really incorporating your humanness and your who you are as a person into everything that you do online. Because when we're online, there's not the same connection that we get of feeling close to someone and interacting with someone. So the more that you can bring who you are into a workout is so important.
Totally. Yeah. One of my favorite quotes is people buy trainers, not training. And I think it's something helpful to keep in mind. Yeah. Absolutely. Obviously, that's a black and white generalization, but
awesome. So the next type of online training is going to be the hybrid approach, which Alex mentioned earlier. That's basically, you can take any of these and mix and match them together. But specifically, the hybrid that we're talking about right here is going to be that the trainer utilizes the internet to deliver programs to local clients, but also trains them in person, maybe once a week, once a month, excuse me, just to interact with them and maybe update them or take assessments, things like that. So yeah, this hybrid model allows you to receive, we'll say, or the client to receive hands-on training, but at a potentially lower cost because it doesn't take as many of the trainer's hours. And this is really, like Alex said, a great starting point to get into online personal training. If you have a client that is going on summer vacation, you can test online training with them for 2 weeks while they're on vacation. They train with you in person, have been so for the 3 to 6 months. Now they're going on summer vacation. Let's get them a program for that 2 weeks. Check in on them daily, or however you want to set up your communication, and take them through a program while they're away. Because that's basically what online training is. It's through the phone, it's through text messages, through the internet, it's through PDFs, it's through Excel files. It's really through technology. And this, like I said, is one of the best starting points for you if you're just looking to break into this.
Yeah, totally agree. And it's a really helpful lens to be looking through here, is especially when thinking about who might benefit from this on my current client roster or in the future, is what are the benefits to the client here? I mean, this hybrid option, I had a lot of success with hybrid with people who traveled a lot. people who liked the flexibility of not having to, meet me at the gym at 8 a.m. 3 to 4 days a week or whatever. Maybe they're like, I really like don't need you here that often. I still want your guidance. And so we work once a week. Or I've certainly had clients where I met with them at the start of a new program. So maybe I met with them once a month where I'm like, okay, I'm tweaking the program. Let's meet in person so I can be sure your form's good. I can do my demos. And so there's a lot of different options here. But when it comes to thinking about pitching this or helping a current client or testing this with a current client, think about who would benefit from it and think about what the hybrid option provides. A lot more flexibility on both ends, really. Mm-hmm. But you still get the accountability. So it's a really good option if you're already working in person.
Absolutely. No, I love it. So let's go ahead and jump on to the next one. So next we are going to have what we are doing right now. So live video streaming workouts online. So right now, me and Alex are talking via video chat. I'm able to see him. I'm able to chat with him. He's able to see my body language, my facial expressions. And that's really going to be basically one step above being there, or sorry, one step behind actually being there. So live video streaming workouts online are using Zoom, using Google Meets. All these free options are available for sure. And basically, because everyone has a smartphone now, you can do this pretty much anywhere, anytime. FaceTime works, or any video chat. So yeah, tablets, things like that. So and basically, a trainer can use this tool to work with a client and provide feedback or immediate feedback based on form, exercise demonstrations, cueing. You can also do assessments, things like that. What's great about this is it opens you up to non-local potential clients. So if you are someone that really specializes in a niche population and you don't live in a very big town that has a ton of this niche population, you can move to this type of training to open yourself up to more clients around the world. And as long as your schedule's aligned, this can easily become a great revenue stream that you can add to your business. And yeah, Alex, what's your experience kind of with this live online training?
Yeah, we've helped a bunch of people with this route. So obviously, it's the most directly kind of translated from in-person training because you're live with the client. Mm-hmm. You're just literally over the screen versus in person, but you're able to correct their form. It's more reactive. We're back to the reactive space again. Yes. So it's a really great option if you have clients who really benefit from you being there live. But like Eddie said, you can work with someone across the country or world. You're still trading your time for money when it comes to a scale perspective. It's often not as ideal because it's the same exact thing as in-person training, just translated online. But really good options for opening up your potential clientele, and especially for people who still really value you being there, but can't be there in person for whatever reason. So it has its pros and cons, but really, really good option for you want to do exactly what you do in person, but expand your market. This is a good option.
Yeah. And just like I mentioned earlier, this can be a hybrid as well. So if the person is not near you, but wants to have a little bit more interaction with you, a video call once a week with online programming is a great way to kind of hybrid those two as well.
Totally. Or one live session a month, or one live session every 2 weeks, or, totally.
Yeah, I've even had some students or trainers go basically a week in the beginning, and then they're 3 weeks on their own so that they know exactly how to do each workout. Right. And that each of those workouts are very, very, we'll say, specific, and you're basically showing the person how to grow each week or how to improve or progress each week. So,
and what's super helpful about having these potential service offerings is when you get a prospect that comes to you and says, I need this help, when you understand the advantages and disadvantages of kind of each of these paths, or if you have them as a service offering, you can say, oh, you travel a lot, or you don't want a ton of involvement, or this, and this. I can offer this very specific thing to you that helps you check those boxes. I think a lot of clients are thinking, I meet with my trainer in the gym 4 days a week, and that's the option. And so it's really helpful when someone comes to you and you can just be like, there's other viable paths that actually make it better for you if these are your goals.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So let's jump to the final one. This is number 6, and this is a newer one that really became popular because of COVID. And this we were teaching about this way prior to COVID, about 3 or 4 years ago. But what basically the group trainers, or we'll say group fitness instructors, had to do during COVID was take a Zoom class or create a class on Zoom and be training, 20, 30, 50 people all at once through a video call. Basically exactly what we're doing right now, except I'm over here pumping some iron and leading a class in that sense. So basically this is, once again, like the newest resource to online personal training. There are softwares that allow you to do this with large amounts of people, that puts you in a directory that people can take your classes. One of those is actually called Join Salute. That's Salute without an E at the end. Joinsalute.com. That we've partnered with them to really help trainers during COVID. Thought it was really had helped a ton of people utilize their platform to create classes, and it's a free service, which is really cool. Basically this is going to allow the trainer to perform a live group fitness class or workout, record it and deliver it to as many people as possible. Just like Peloton offers a live streaming workouts and on-demand workouts, every personal trainer has the ability to create their own on-demand workouts and provide memberships to access that content. We have the tools. This smartphone can power your entire business with something like these online group training classes. But the one good thing about this that I see is your ability to reach more people with time is a great, or with 1 hour is a great scaling factor. So if you have a lot of people in a specific niche population that all want to go through a similar workout or achieve a similar goal, you can have 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. I joined a Twitch stream one time. This was prior to COVID, when I was really doing a lot of research on how this might happen. But there was a trainer from Russia that had 1,200 people doing the workout with them on Twitch. And you can see the tips that they were getting. They were literally making $1,000 for a 1 hour workout because everyone was throwing in a buck or two, because they had so many people going through this workout. Obviously that's probably taking them a while to build up that large business, but it was a husband and wife in a nice little studio in their house. It looked like going through a workout, interacting with the people, 1,200 people on this stream. And my mind was blown. I got it right there, that this is something that if you have access to a good amount of people, you can add this once a week, even to your training, even to bring new clients in potentially. And that really helps people get an idea of who you are, what your personality is like, if they like you. And this can be free, or it can be tip-based, or it can be $10 per class, whatever you decide. But this is something that I feel, if you love to be in front of a camera, if you have a decent following, you can start offering these and truly impact a lot of people in a 1 hour session, just like any group exercise class could.
Yeah, totally. Really good for building a community as well. And like you said, Eddie, it can be a really good, hey, once a month, I offer a free live workout. That's an hour. That's fun. And that brings new people in and gives them a taste of what you do. And for the people who are saying, I don't have clients right now, that can be a really interesting way to start the online training world, is to the audience that you have currently. Hey, I do a free live workout. Maybe you get 2 people for your first one. Totally okay. Maybe you get 0 for your first one. Totally okay.
Yeah.
But it can be a really good way to give people an idea of what you do. That's really low barrier.
Yeah. And also one thing that I saw that was amazing that a trainer was doing was they were running a boot camp. It had about 15 people paying $100 a month, I think, for this boot camp that was met twice a week. And that boot camp, he live streamed just in case somebody was unable to attend a boot camp class for that week. Let's say they had something on Tuesday, they couldn't make that one session. He was able to live stream it. So either if that person was traveling, they still were able to access and do the workout, or he was recording that live stream so that the person could do it afterwards. And that's what I'm talking about when we have on-demand live streaming, but recording. For instance, we're recording this right now. We're going to post it out to our whole community so that everyone can benefit after this. So just another great way to really bring a lot of value to a lot of people and help more people, with their health and fitness goals, for sure. Let's go ahead and jump on. I'm going to run through the rest of this relatively quickly, as it's just going to be focused on the, we'll say, revenue streams or additional services you can add to online training. But yeah, so just pointing out, we have additional services that you can add to all of these. So what can you include on top of these services? And I'm just going to run through these because me and Alex love to chat, and answering your questions is actually significantly more important than anything going on here. But So what can you add to any of these services that you have as your core services? You can add nutrition programs, custom or non-custom. You can have a recovery plan, assist them with sleep, or assist them with foam rolling, stretching, flexibility, yoga, those elements. Phone consultations. Are you talking to them on the phone once a week? Every other day? Are you talking after every workout? How are you communicating with them? Pre-made nutritional programs. So as opposed to custom, you can have just a set nutritional program that you can add to any package for 30 to $100, whatever you want to charge for it. All of these can be added as a value builder to your larger packages, or can be charged for individually. So continuing on, you can also add daily tips and positive messages, weekly phone calls, as opposed to daily phone calls, online assessments. Do people really want to know exactly where they're at and where they're going to go? Depending on the package, you can include that or add it as an upsell. Email support and check-ins, your communication, you can sell how active you are in that communication. Memberships, like I mentioned, if you're doing anything online video related, the memberships, anything that you do online video, you better record, because that just adds an extra value piece to someone that can access it later through a membership. Then you have your accountability services. So how do you hold people accountable? Are you monitoring their exercise log, food log, maybe their sleep log, any fitness tracking apps that maybe you want to use, maybe workout day text messages? Are you texting them literally, hey, today is leg day, go get them, sort of thing, or custom services? And then the final two, which a lot of people typically have questions around, is a nutritional affiliate and or a supplement affiliate. So as an online trainer, you recommend specific workouts and health tips and things like that. You can also recommend specific, maybe food delivery services. What's a good food delivery service? I think I'm blanking.
There's HelloFresh.
HelloFresh, HelloFresh has
Freshly.
an affiliate program. There's a bunch of others there. But yeah, basic cooked for you food that's delivered to your doorstep, so that you don't have to cook, but you get healthy food all the time. You can be an affiliate for them. I think they even give you 25%. Oh, Thrive Market has a really great affiliate program. Thrive Market is a more one-off individual food products that you can get delivered to your door. But then a supplement affiliate as well. All personal trainers typically have some supplements that they like and or recommend to their clients. Email them and join their affiliate program, or go on Amazon and recommend their products through Amazon links. Those two add, we'll say, potential revenue streams to your business as well. And Alex and I could literally sit here and probably talk for an hour on every single one of these additional services. Alex I see I'm watching him right now, and he's like cringe. He's like, oh, I got so many things to say on all of these, but yeah.
No, I was just gonna say with the affiliate stuff, just like be careful with, just don't hurt your reputation with that stuff. It's not worth it. This is it's helpful for clients because you're recommending it, but you probably would recommend it anyway. So yeah, it's totally viable if it's within the stream of things that you would be doing anyway, but don't think of the affiliate route as the sole route, and that it's totally a supplemental thing, and your reputation and how you push these things is pretty important. So it's a viable option, but just don't take advantage of it or get greedy with it.
Yeah, no, I always just say, if you would be doing it anyways, because that's what you believe in, and that product is something that you use and feel it's best for your clients, that you can easily jump on that and make, a percentage of each sale that you recommend in that sense.
And be upfront too and say, hey, this is my link and I get a kickback for it. And they also likely get a discount as well, which is kind of a benefit to the client. You get a kickback and they get a discount. That's usually the system. So be upfront, or if you have a blog or whatever, just say, hey, there's affiliate links in here. Or if you send them a link, just let them know. So just there's no, you're putting everything out on the table. It's all transparent. Well,
I want to hammer home something that we push sustainability as a personal trainer, as a fitness professional here at Fitness Mentors. And what sustainability really means is, how can you help people and continuously help people for an entire career in this industry? A lot of the battles that we fight are with average education leading to subpar, we'll say, abilities to execute on a business level and have a successful longer term career. And what we really want to change about this industry is that direct fact. In fact, almost 90% of trainers stop training after 2 years of being certified. They don't renew their cert and they stop. And we believe a lot of that is because it's difficult to have a sustainable career if you're waking up at 5 a.m. every day or 4 a.m. to train clients. If you're staying till 8 p.m. because you have an 8 p.m. client or 7 p.m. client. When we think of sustainability, it's how can you set up this business to work for you? Because you love it, you enjoy it, you want to help people. And one of those ways is really taking your business online. So it allows you to adapt to the changing market. It allows you to utilize technology. You can train anyone in the world at any time. And clients are looking for this, definitely. I mean, we know that there's are literally people searching for personal trainers online all over the place. And a recent keyword search indicated almost 10,000 people a month search on Google online personal trainer with the intent to find someone to help them with their fitness online. So really, when we think about this, how can it help you? What are you looking for? Are you looking for more personal freedom? Do you want more time so that you can do the things that you love more? You don't want to be tied to the gym and from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., which we all of us here at Fitness Mentors were once in the gym, literally doing that. Maybe as opposed to the personal freedom, you're more driven by financial freedom. You want to have the ability to make a ton of money because you bust your butt often. You want to work that 40 to 60 hours a week, but you want to make a ton of money. Or it's a mix of the two there, which you want to work 20 hours a week, but have enough money to support, everything that you want to do in your life. Or maybe it's really, mission driven. Do you want to help more people? If that's it, this is absolutely your avenue to help more people. And then also when we think about it is long-term career success. So many trainers ended up falling out of fitness during COVID. And not saying that that's going to happen again, but when you think of a long-term sustainable plan, online personal training is a massive part of that, because you're able to generate revenue without working X amount of hours. It doesn't have to be the fact that you work 40 hours, so you get 40 hours worth of pay. It's you can work 10 hours and get 40 hours worth of pay if you set it up right. And that's really what we're trying to teach here, is that you have the opportunity to change your career path and earn, work towards creating something that works for you.
Perfect.
So this is really what we do here at Fitness Mentors is we're here to teach you that. And we I can't, exaggerate enough the fact that the taking advantage of what we do, whether it be a course or whether it be just joining our Discord and being a part of our community, is going to help you. And obviously we're a business, we sell courses. Our COPT course is going to assist you in every single one of these aspects to get you to where you want to be and create that personal and financial freedom, or help more people, or protect your career, whatever it may be. But what we are really here to do is help you. And that's why we like to have these webinars, so that we can really drive home, something that one tiny little nugget, that one golden nugget that you might have today that's going to motivate you to build something. That's really what we want to do, is always be here for you to assist you and help you to find those little golden nuggets. But really, what is our course there to help you do? It's really there to help you prepare your business. So every single step that you need to set up your business to be successful, it's going to help you actually learn the tools and tricks, processes for taking your business online. Like Alex mentioned, whether you want to run a business through Google Drive and with Google Sheets and Google Video and everything like that, or if you want to utilize an online trainer software, how do you actually take your business online? Also, and most importantly for sustainability, how do you generate leads to grow your business? Marketing is one of the most important things that you can do as an online trainer. And a lot of what online personal trainers do is focus on a great product and then market the crap out of it. And then convert sales. So you market the person, they're interested, they're in your pipeline, you're talking to them maybe. How are you going to convert them into an actual customer? That's something that is huge, because if you can drum up some interest in what you're doing, the next step is to convert those people that are in your pipeline into actual sales. That's something that as us being an entrepreneur focused, those two right there of setting up your processes, generating leads, and getting sales are going to help drive the growth of your business. And then Also, one of the most important things, which is what we pride ourselves here for, is how do you take care of your clients? What are the processes set up that helps your client get from point A all the way to where they want to be? And how you care for your clients is a huge piece of if your clients see success and if they recommend you to other people. So client retention is a major focus there of how do you care for your clients. But really, you want to understand the best practices for supporting your clients and retaining them, because that's where a lot of the freedoms come. Is because when you have 20 clients, 30 clients, 40 clients that are always working with you, you have sustainable revenue that allows you to create that long-term career. Yeah. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Let's see. Sam, I'll wait for Sam to post. There it is. Good. Thanks, Sam. Thanks so much for being here, guys. We will go, Sam. we will let you know about the next upcoming webinar. We will have one in 2 weeks and then another one in 4 weeks for sure. We'll let you know of those topics and make sure that we're always here to keep you guys moving forward. Thank you, Chinge. And yeah, let's go ahead and close it down. Alex, you're the man. Thanks so much for all the amazing input, as it was awesome to have you here as well.
Of course. Yeah. Happy to be here, guys.
All right, guys. We will see you next time. Until then, keep kicking butt.
See ya.
As always, thanks for listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast. You can learn more about fitness mentors at fitnessmentors.com. Be sure to share this podcast on social media. And remember, we are here to help you succeed.